So you can start, sir, first.
Shall I say something?
Yeah, you can address your student first. So it will always be better, sir. So we also get get an opportunity to hear you.
Okay. So shall I have to something, or it is all visible to all of them?
It will be visible.
So
Yeah.
I am visible to all right now, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now,
Okay. Okay.
Mishra ji,
Very nice.
recording
Thank
में
you.
start किया ना?
Is it all okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, continue, sir.
Okay. Respected chairman, sir, CA Manish ji, CA Srishti Banga, and my dear students. It's a great privilege for all of us to have such a webinar, even in the pandemic situation of Corona. And in fact, it's a boon for all of us that we can meet such people online, though it is online. Otherwise, I do not know whether they will give time to us or not to come here and address all of you. But it's good that they have agreed to our request. And today, the result is that they are here for counseling all of you for the very bright future of chartered accountant. See, we all know, as a commerce college principal, I know very well that what is the importance of a chartered accountant in our business, and particularly in the market. But basically what happens, most of the time, because as a student you do not know the importance of the chartered accountant in the market, many times we make some mistakes to select the our course or our career maybe. So it's good that you may come to know about what the chartered accountancy is and all its aspects that we really want to know from such experts. So on behalf of Tolani Commerce College, on behalf of our center, that is a coaching center for CA, and on behalf of all of us, we welcome our guests virtually by words, and we expect that they will definitely satisfy what the students wants to know and what actually they need for their guidance, sir. So once again, welcome, sir, and thank you for joining. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Pandya, sir. It's a great pleasure for us to interact with the student of Tolani College, Adipur. And thanks you for giving us this opportunity. So you all are fortunate enough that you are getting a chance to know which course are better or not. When we were in school or college, there was no such kind of facility. In the college were not providing this kind of facility that which career we should choose. So you are the better position, and I hats off to the dedication of principal sir and entire staff of our college that they are thinking about your future. What today we are going to discuss about your future and what you should choose as your career. So it is equally important that your parent, your father or mother, since you are at home, so you request them to hear this entire 1 hour session. So it will be easier for you to take a decision along with your parent. So I request all the students to ask your parent to join you. As sir has rightly said that you all are commerce student, and the best field as far as the commerce is concerned, the importance of chartered accountant is very important role they are playing. So I'll just give you the background what chartered accountants are doing in brief. They are masters in accounting, auditing, finance, taxation. Apart from this, they are also masters in business, running country, or doing anything. I'll just give you a few names of a prominent chartered accountant. So you know who is a Piyush Goyal? You can write in a chat box. Student, you know who is Piyush Goyal? Piyush Goyal, sir, is a Union Railway Minister, but by qualification, he is a chartered accountant. Kumar Mangalam Bidla is the owner of Bidla Empire, he is also a chartered accountant. So these are the few chartered accountant. You all may be the place of Bhuj or Gujarat. Most of the people are investing in a stock market. Who is the prominent name in the stock market? The first name comes in our mind is Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. He is also a chartered accountant. And you all are student are very young. So I'll give you a personality who is very young. Is Suman Rao. You all may be knowing her. She is Miss India 2019 last year, and then second runner-up Miss World. She is a CA student, and in her interview, she said that the articleship what did she did during his CA course and this curriculum has helped her to reach to this place, to reach this status. Getting this award has helped her. So you can just imagine what a chartered accountant can do. This is the only course available in entire India where there is no reservation. No reservation at all in CA course. And it is one of the cheapest, I should say, a professional course available. My colleague CS Sashti will tell you the pricing of the course. And you all are a student. Since your KG, you are getting a training, you are getting an education, and for that education you are paying a fees for that in school, in college, in coaching classes, in tuition. This is the course where you are getting training. The person who is giving you a training is also giving you a fees which we call a stipend. So whatever professional fees you are going to pay, whatever course fees you are going to pay to the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, in nutshell, in your 3 year of articleship, you are going to get back. So you are practically doing this course absolutely free of cost. And to end my speech, I will give you one thing that you should keep in mind. You all are a student and you are all are from Gujarat. So you all know who is the famous or most influential person in India as of today. Who is he? You can write in a chat box. He is none other than Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India. In his speech, he said on 1st July 2017, when GST was launched, he said the value of signature of chartered accountant is more powerful than the signature of Prime Minister of India. So now you can imagine what the power a chartered accountant signature carry, and not the power. And I have seen that there are approximately 4 lakh chartered accountant across India, and everybody is getting job or maybe practice. So मैं nutshell में कह सकता हूँ कोई chartered accountant भूखा नहीं सोता है. That is the beauty of this course. So thank you very much to all the students, and thank you Principal Sir for giving us this opportunity. Now over to you, Srishti.
Thank you so much, Manish sir, for that wonderful introduction and for setting this entire session on a very good note. Respected Principal Sir, thank you for giving us this opportunity on behalf of WIRC ICAI to come here and guide all the students. Now, I feel that today is the last day of the year, and if y'all are removing 1 hour towards your career, towards your future growth, I think this is the best investment of time. So now I'm going to request all of y'all to listen very carefully, listen very keenly, and let's make it a very interactive session. At specific intervals, I will open it up for y'all to speak and ask any questions. So can I have the PPT up, please? All right. So once again, welcome on behalf of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, the Apex most body of accountancy within India. Next slide, please. So what exactly is this ICAI? This event is being conducted by ICAI, and we've all spoken on behalf of it. But what exactly is this body? It was established by the Indian Parliament, by an act of the Indian Parliament, which is called as the Chartered Accountant Act, and it has been in existence for over 70 years. Right? It is the second most largest accounting body all over the world. So that itself shows the impact and the magnitude of this body. That gives you the degree of a CA. Next slide, please. So let's talk about some more numbers for ICAI. It has a total human capital of 1133. It has 164 branches all over India, right? So I think majority, all of y'all are from Gujarat. So there must be a lot of local branches for y'all to do your registrations and ask any questions directly at the branch. There are 34 foreign chapters. There are over 99 branch buildings, and these buildings have about 91 auditoriums. And there are 163 very high-tech computer-driven centers. Next slide, please. All of this just facilitates your learning, and just gives you that extra sense of achievement of belonging and studying in such an apex institute like ICAI. Next slide, please. So like I was telling, like Manish Gadia sir was telling y'all, that all over India, there are over 4 lakh members. And can anyone tell me the population of India? Can someone write in the chat box? Right. So the population of India is over 1.5 billion, right? And to cater to those people, if there are 4 lakh CAs, can you guys see the clear distinction in the demand and the supply? So definitely, this course has a lot of growth in future, and we need more CAs to cater to the population. Now, speaking a bit more about ICAI's achievements, it has partnered up with Niti Aayog for launching a women entrepreneurship platform, and it also has MOUs, that is, it also has understandings with other international accounting bodies all over the world. So, for instance, it has tie-ups with the Institute of Chartered Accountant in Dubai, the Institute of Chartered Accountant in England, and it has offices in Singapore. So it's a truly global organization. And of course, once you clear your CA, it's not necessary that you have to be an Indian CA. You can partner up with other foreign counterpart bodies, and you can practice and you can settle abroad as well, right? So can we have the next slide, please? So like I was telling you that there are 7 continents and there is one common language. If you're an auditor sitting in India and vis-a-vis an auditor who's sitting in US, they can clearly communicate if that person speaks a different language and the Indian auditor speaks, say, Hindi or Gujarati. But the common language that will bond them is accountancy, because accountancy is truly universal, right? A debit shall always remain a debit, and a credit shall always remain a credit. So this is truly one common language that has a universal implication and that binds people from 7 different continents. It's a common language that people speak. Next slide, please. Okay, so like Manish Gadia sir was telling you all earlier, the most influential person is Narendra Modi, right? Our respected PM of India. So why is it that he said that the power of a CA signature holds so much accountability and it has so much power? The clear reason for that is that there is a normal public, and then there is a government. CAs act as a bridge between the people and the government. And how do they do that? the only person who can attest a financial statement are chartered accountants, right? So only once a CA audits and gives a signature on the financial statements can you actually file it with the government. This is why it is said that CAs act as a bridge between the people and the government. Whatever tax filings or whatever annual reports are prepared, the government will not accept it unless and until it is attested by a chartered accountant, which is why it is said that they act as a bridge. Next slide, please. Okay, so that's a little bit about what is the CA course all about. Now let us talk a little bit about what exactly, I mean, that's all about nation building. I mean, my power as a CA has a lot of accountability and all of that, but to me as an individual, what does the CA course bring, right? Because at the end of the day, we are also concerned with our personal growth. That comes first and foremost. So first and foremost, you definitely get a lot of economic well-being. Like Manish Kadia sir was saying that kabhi bhi CA bhuka nahi sota. So you will definitely either be working in high-paying jobs in top MNCs, Big Fours and stuff, or you will be doing your own setup. In a few minutes, we'll talk about what are the various avenues that you can work in as a CA. Okay, so you can of course economic well-being, you get a lot of reputation because you can add the prefix chartered accountant in front of your name. You get a lot of good social stature. People in the society start looking at you with a lot of respect. Of course, you get a lot of international exposure if during your articleship or even post that, if you decide to work overseas, you get exposure to a lot of multinational companies. And of course, post finishing your CA, there are a lot of attractive career options that are available to you. So I know that y'all are all very eager to talk about the last bit, that what is it, that what are the attractive career options, and I will come to that in a few minutes. So that is how it works. Once a CA student, you finish your professional, and these are the various benefits of the course. Also in CA, we say three things. You dream CA, you believe that you can be a CA, and you achieve your CA, right? So it is these three very important things that you have to imbibe if you do decide to pursue this difficult path. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is very important for all of y'all because it tells you that what are the various paths to becoming a CA. So I request that if y'all have turned on from your mobile phones or any other device, just take a screenshot of this particular screen. If y'all are done, just let me know, like a yes. But take a screenshot of this slide. I hope everyone is done taking a screenshot. So this tells you that how you can become a CA. Okay. So let's see that first you have appeared for your class 12th exams. Thereafter, you start your registration with the CA. Okay. So this is the foundation route that we are talking about, the first route. Uh, After you've given your class 12th exams, you will be eligible to appear for the foundation exam either in November or in May, depending on when you have taken your registration. If you have registered till June 30th, you can appear for the foundation exam in November. If you've registered till December 31st, some people want to still explore some options and they might take longer. Then you can give the exam after 5 months or after 6 months in May of the following year. Okay. So you qualify your foundation exam, you move on to the next level, which is called as the intermediate course. So you register for your intermediate course and you complete 4 weeks of necessary IT training. Okay, so that prepares you with very basic softwares like Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Tally, and so on, that you will have to keep using on a practical daily basis. So you appear for these intermediate exams, and you pass either of the groups. It has two groups, so you pass either first group or second group, or you pass both the groups, which is definitely what your goal should be. And then you register for your 3 years of practical training. Okay, so this in my opinion is the most beautiful, the most unique aspect of a CA course. So the reason why I say that is because no other course in India offers you practical training at the age of 18. I remember when I was going through my CA journey about 8 years back, I at the age of 18 I was working at a big four, and I was handling clients in Belgium, US, and so on. You know, that formative exposure instilled in me so much professionalism and work ethics, and it prepared me for my future years, what I was going to take up in future post my CA, what roles I was going to consider. So definitely this practical training is the most unique component of your CA journey, and it not only gives you a technical exposure, but it also helps you in development of your soft skills and your interpersonal development as a whole. And believe me, it's very important, right? To progress further in your career, you not only need technical skills, but you also need people's and communication skills. So that is about the 3 years of practical training that you go through. And once you've passed both the groups of your intermediate exam, you become eligible to register for the final course, which is the final exam. So you complete once again, you complete 4 weeks of advanced IT training, uh, and which is a 100 hours course, and you are supposed to complete that in the last 2 years of your practical training. So now your practical training is done. You've passed your intermediate course. Now comes the big mammoth, qualifying your final CA exams. And sometimes the pass percentages are known to be notoriously low, even as low as 1%. So you appear for your final exams and you qualify for your CA course, and you become a member, you become a CA with the ICAI. So that's your journey for the foundation route. Does anyone have any questions at this point regarding the foundation route? Okay, so awesome. I don't think anyone has any questions. So everyone is on board and everyone is fully understood. So that's the foundation route. Now let's talk about the direct entry route. Okay. So this option is available to graduates. So if you're a commerce graduate or if you've done your post graduation, a minimum criteria is that you should have scored 55% passing marks. If you are not a commerce graduate, if you're a graduate in any other field, science, arts, or anything, then you should have had a 60% graduation marks. Okay, so you finish your graduation and you can skip the foundation route. You can directly opt for the intermediate route. So you register for the intermediate course, you undergo the 4 years of practical training, and then it is exactly the same as the foundation route. The only change here is that you don't have to give the first level, the foundation route. You automatically move on to the second stage. So yeah, this option is available to graduates, like I was saying, and it's also available to the students who are pursuing the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, or who are pursuing their CS from the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. So if you are at an intermediate level of these courses, then you can skip the foundation route. Okay, next slide, please. So like we were talking earlier, that this is the fee structure of the entire CA course. The foundation course costs about 9,200 to register and to give the exam. The intermediate course costs about 18,000. The final course costs about 22,000, and other fees of all other things that I was talking about, like the various IT courses and stuff, is like about 7,000 on an average. The total fees for this entire course, to give the exam, to get the books, and all requisite trainings, is just 77,200. Vis-a-vis, when you're doing your articleship, the minimum stipend that is paid to you is 92,000 for all 3 years combined. Okay, if you're residing in a city with a population of 20 lakhs and above, that is the minimum stipend that will be paid to you. So you can see that you while you're going through the course, you have already started to recover whatever you have invested. And also the beauty of this course is that it's not very expensive. It is probably one of the least expensive courses available in India, with the one that gives the maximum returns, right? So least investment and maximum returns for sure. Next slide, please. Okay, so now you all will ask me that, hey Shrishti, what is it that it takes to become a CA? You know, you have been going on and on about the course, but how should we actually clear the exam if they're so difficult? Do we have to be a class topper? Do we have to have 95% marks, or consistently be a good student and all? Let me tell you, it's none of that. Trust me. It's just your hard work, your 6 months of dedicated hard work, and your dedication. That's it. Just hard work and dedication will earn you this coveted degree of a chartered accountant. And there is no substitute to this. There is no substitute to working hard in this course. I've seen students who come, who have not been very bright, who have had, like, maybe say a basic 60% graduation mark, not very high performing in 12th, 10th, but it was just this one thing that truly set them apart. That was their hard work. Like, they really worked very hard, and they had the dedication that they want to be a CA, and that is what helped them to become a CA in the first attempt, or with rank, also with an all India rank. So next slide, please. Okay, so what are the various opportunities that are available for CAs? What is it that you can do once you have become a CA? So you can set up your own practice. Okay, most like CA Manish Garia sir, who was there with us, he runs his own successful practice here in Mumbai. So you could do that. You could either take up a job or an employment. Uh, and you can work with any large company or a big firm. And I'll also talk about that, what are the various avenues wherein you can take up a job or an employment. Number 3 is that you can be an entrepreneur like me, and you can run your own business. So I run my own business here in Mumbai, and I fall under the third category. I'm an entrepreneur. You can also pursue your further studies. Like, a lot of students go for the UPSC exams and take up jobs in civil services, like, Indian Revenue Services and stuff. And you can also go forward and you can pursue your management education. You can get your MBA. So you can obviously keep studying further, like in whatever field you want. But these are just some of the options: either UPSC exams or your MBA exams. Okay. So can anyone just unmute themselves and read out this small quote which is there by CA Piyush Goyal at the bottom of the screen? Any student who would like to volunteer and read? Is that option available for attendees to talk? So, or y'all are just not interacting?
That is not available, Srishti. They can write in a chat box that.
Okay, okay, awesome. So great. So I will read out this quote for all of y'all. While presenting the interim budget of 2020-2021, CA Piyush Goyal, the Honorable Railway Minister, who was also given the additional charge of Ministry of Finance, said, "We are poised to become a $5 trillion economy in the next 5 years, by 2025, and aspire to become a $10 trillion economy in the next 8 years, thereby implying that the role of chartered accountants is also going to be more important from here on, and there could be a dearth of 25,000 professionals in the market in future." So like I was telling you all earlier, that our economy is only growing, and the demand supply is not matching. So there will be a dire requirement of 25,000 CAs in future. And you guys can be one of these growth drivers of the nation to help it reach that, that $10 trillion economy mark. Next slide, please. Okay, so like we were talking about, that what are the various possible avenues in commerce that wherein a CA can work. So number one, you can be your entrepreneur. You can run any business. Okay, like I've come across chartered accountants who are running a successful startup in healthcare, because that is the beauty of this course. It prepares you not just in accountancy or in taxes. It gives you a holistic development which is required to run your own business. That's one option. Number two, if you are interested in technology, you can be an information technology consultant. Right now, tech, it's said that tech is the new future, big tech, right? Like Google, Facebook. So you can definitely pursue a career in technology consulting. You can provide advisory services, and these advisory services can be related to finance, taxation, law, or anything else in commerce. You can pursue a career in advanced finance and economics, right? You can go ahead and get your economics degree, and of course then you can, who knows, if you can be the next minister of finance like CA Piyush Goyal, and serve at the government level, or you can be a renowned economist, just like Raghuram Rajan. He's not a CA, but definitely it is a possible option for you. You can also provide management consulting services to companies. Companies will come to you with their problems, with their growth problems, with their product problems, and you will be equipped to solve that for them. Alternatively, you can run your own business. If you have a family business or if anything on those lines, pursuing your CA will only position you to run your business better and to contribute more to your business. You can serve in the government. Like I was telling you, you can give your UPSC civil services exams, and you can take up positions within the government. And of course, you can pursue a career in academics. You can be an academician and impart your knowledge to other commerce students or to other CA students. For instance, how many of y'all have heard of JK Shah classes and these top classes, right? It's a wonderful business to run. At the same time, it's so novel because you are imparting your education to other students. Next slide, please. Okay, so while we were talking about that, what is the fee structure of the CA course? We spoke that you will start earning your stipend, and essentially you will be earning while you are learning, right? So this gives a breakup of what is the minimum stipend. Please note when I say that it is the minimum stipend that you will be paid. So if you're residing in a city or a town with a population of 20 lakh and above, if you're a first year intern, you'll be paid 2,000. If you're a second year article intern, you'll be paid 2,500 per month. And if you're in the third year, you'll be paid 3,000 per month. Similarly, if you're in a city of 4 lakh to 20 lakh population, your minimum stipend will be 1,500 per month. In the first year, in the second year, it will be 2,000 per month. In the third year, it will be 2,500 per month. So if you do all of the math, your total minimum stipend for 3 years comes up to 90,000, 72,000, or 54,000. And trust me, these are the minimum stipends. If you choose to pursue your art internship in a big four, like say EY, Deloitte, the minimum stipend that I was paid as a first year intern per month was 12,500 per month. So you can truly see that these are just the benchmark standards. It depends on what sort of a firm you are working in. If you decide to work in a more mid-sized firm, of course the minimum stipend is a lot more than 2,000 than 2,000 or 2,500 per month, but it entirely depends on what kind of firm you are working in, right? Next slide, please. Okay. Okay. So the wonderful thing about this entire ICAI ecosystem is that to prepare for your exams, there is actually no need to go out and join these rigorous coaching classes. Like I remember that I did most of my studies on my own using the publications and the material which ICAI gives you. I never resorted to going to coaching classes because the whatever they were teaching is already given in the study materials which ICAI provides you. At the same time, now they have launched some wonderful facilities like ICAI's virtual classes, e-learning, and cloud campus facilities that allow you to learn, that allow you to go and watch videos of any topics that you find difficult online. And all of this is completely free of cost. If you register as a student, you are eligible to take advantage of these various e-learning facilities. So definitely just take a note of this, and if you are planning to pursue your CA, do visit these websites, that icai.org, and that will give you a host of e-learning facilities that are available for your for your studies and how to prepare. Next slide, please. ICAI also comes up with some wonderful publications, and they talk about the achievements of the members, and what are the recent developments within CA course all over the world, and just some very informative topics and educational knowledge, just to keep yourself updated and apprised of what all is happening uh, in commerce in India and in the world. Next slide, please. So these are also some publications. When you register as a student, you keep getting a student journal. I think it's every month, or yeah, it's every month. You keep getting a student journal every month. So there you can see what are the changes and what are the amendments happening in various subjects. That will help you prepare for your exams. And once you become a member, you keep getting a member journal every month. That tells you what are the updates happening in the real world. So that way ICAI really has you covered of what all you need to know to keep growing throughout your profession. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is something that's very interesting, and like I urge all of y'all to go ahead and to take this ICAI Commerce Wizard test. It's open for students who are in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and of course BCom and other allied subjects. So how it works is that it's a diagnostic test which measures your understanding ability for commerce. So it tells you if you actually have a knack for it or not. And of course there are some wonderful prizes available if you come first, second, or third. The first prize winner gets 1 lakh rupees, second prize winner gets 50,000 rupees, third prize winner gets 25,000 rupees, and there are also consolation prizes for top 200 students of rupees 500. So it is, number one, this talent search test is definitely a very interesting initiative. It will tell you about your prowess for commerce, and at the same time, if you're a merit holder, you can add that in your resume forever, because this is not a local test. This is a test conducted on a national scale. So you can say that this was your rank uh, in the test among so many students. So that is definitely a big plus for your resume. So yeah, I mean, you get certificates. All the participants in level 1 and level 2 test will also get a participation certificate. So if you're not one of the merit holders, you will get a participation certificate as well. So it takes place on this ICAIcommercewizard.org. So I'll send you guys the link in the chat box later, or you all can also note it down right now. And at this point of time, it's not because of the COVID pandemic, the test is not conducting, but the dates will be declared soon when it will be conducted next on this particular website. So it takes place in the month of December and Jan. So, the forthcoming dates will be announced soon. And I urge all of you all to go ahead and register for these exams, because the registration fees is only 100 rupees. So you all should take advantage of this talent search test. Next slide, please. At the same time, ICAI has a scholarship scheme if you are children of military, paramilitary, or railway personnel. So what exactly is this scheme about? This it gives you it offers 75 scholarships, and 50 scholarships are available to wards of military and paramilitary personnel, and 25 scholarships will be given to wards of personnel in railway, right? So the award is that the 50% of the course fee that we were seeing earlier will be borne by ICAI, and that will be adjusted at the time of your registration to the various courses of foundation, intermediate, and final courses. And of course, this scholarship is also available to you if you hold a merit rank in the Commerce Wizard test that I was talking to you about. So definitely, like if you fit under any of these criteria, this is a big plus for you, and you should go ahead and take advantage of the scholarship scheme which ICAI is offering, because it is ICAI's way of saluting those who really serve and who have secured, you know, independence of our sovereign nation. So please take advantage of this scholarship scheme as well. Next slide, please. So this is something that I personally really enjoy talking about, and a lot of students also find this very interesting, because it talks about what are the campus placement program available by ICAI. So campus placements are done 2 times every year, uh, okay, and like for the May batch and for the November batch of passing students, there are 2 separate campus placements, and the participation sees leading companies and CA firms who come to recruit students on campus. And the average salary that was offered for the September October 2019, like the most recent statistics that are available, was 9.12 lakhs per annum. So that was the average salary that was offered to a CA who graduated in 2019. And the highest salary that was offered was 24 lakhs per annum. So you can imagine the opportunities for growth, and it just, even as a fresher, you will be paid a very attractive salary, and that's just your starting salary. So let us see what are some of these institutes that come on board for the campus placements. So I'm sure all of y'all must have heard of PwC, Tata Consultancy, TCS, Axis Bank, Deloitte, Barclays, Accenture, and so on. All of these companies, they really want CAs to join their team because they understand the value that a CA will provide for the company's growth. So you can see these numbers, and it's just going to go, these average salaries are just going to keep going up in future as there is more and more demand for CAs. Next slide, please. Okay, so why is it that CAs can command a high salary of 9 lakh, 25 lakh in the market? What is it that really sets them apart? So first and foremost, you should know that CA profession is recognized by an act of parliament. It is not something that's only open to commerce students. Even if you're an art student or a science student, and if you feel that CA is something that I want to pursue, you can do that. You sitting in your home, sitting in Gujarat or anywhere else in the world, you can keep learning. So there's opportunities for distance learning, and this is also one of the unique courses that rewards meritocracy, right? It does not, there is no quota system, or there is no management quota that, okay, you belong to somebody XY's family, or you come from a very uh, affluent background. None of these things matter for the CA course. It's only about what you are writing in your 3-hour exams. On the basis of that, you will be judged through a meritocracy. So there is a wonderful interview of Kumar Mangalam Birla, who is a top businessman of India, right? And he was also a CA. So once he was asked that what was the most difficult challenge that you had to face. So he said that this most difficult challenge was passing the CA exams and going through 3 years of articleship training. So if you can imagine that being the son of the topmost businessman in India did not exempt him or did not just hand over the degree to him. He had to really earn it. And in my opinion, that is the most beautiful thing, because it prepares you for hard work, and it makes you very humble for in future. So it's a very standardized course which is applicable all over India. And like I was saying, that it keeps getting updated regularly with all the changes in the market. There is campus placement, very attractive offers that are given in campus placements. And CA gives you the ability to multitask, because you are working, you are doing your articleship training along with studying. So I remember that I used to wake up at 7 a.m., attend my college, uh, go attend college 7 to 10, and then go for my articleship training all throughout the day, come back home, do some I do some studies, and then of course study on the weekends also. So you can see that it gave me the ability to multitask so much and to handle so many important things in my life. So it definitely makes you a multitasker. Um, and of course, it is the only unique course that has an element of theory and practice, because whilst you are studying your actual concepts, you are able to apply them in real-time basis in your practicalship training. CA is also a course wherein age is no bar. Absolutely, at any age you can register for the CA course. It gives you an equal opportunity, and it's a great learning at minimal cost, like I was telling you guys earlier. Next slide, please. Okay, so how can you contribute, like what how can you really be a successful CA, and what are the various options available for you? So you can contribute to corporate or banking laws, governance and economic policies of the nation. You can participate in social initiatives like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and so on. You can also take up leadership positions in public and private sectors, right? You can be a CEO of a company, or you can be a managing director of any public company as well. You can offer your own CA practice, and you can provide services in auditing, assurance, taxation, advisory services, and so on. Or you can start your business from scratch as an entrepreneur and take it to new heights. At the same time, you can take up employment and earn very attractive remunerations. So these are all of the things that we have seen earlier, but it is just to reassert that exactly what is it that you can do once you finish your CA. What are the various options that are available for you? Next slide, please. So a CA can use his signature for signing off tax audit, for signing company audits, for forensic audits, and so on. So these are just some of the areas in which it is mandatory to get your documents certified by a chartered accountant. So without attestation by a chartered accountant, your if your tax audit report or your statutory audit report will not be accepted by the government and the regulatory bodies. So that really gives you a great power. And it also, if you're holding great power, you also must be very responsible and ethical in using your signature wisely. So it is said by Shri Narendra Modi that your signature is more powerful than the PM signature, and the governments also believe the accounts that are signed by you. So imagine if the government is solely relying on accounts that are signed by a chartered accountant. It actually gives you a great sense of responsibility. It's powerful, but it also teaches you that you are so accountable for so many things. Next slide, please. Okay, so once you've done your CA, what if in case you want to pursue further education, what are the various things that you can actually study? So you are eligible for appearing in civil services exams, and you can so ICAI has some wonderful tie-ups with IIM Ahmedabad and so on, and you can tie up with them to pursue management courses Like these are residential management courses that only help you, advance your management skills. You also become eligible for pursuing PhD in certain Indian universities and IITs, and there are a host of other certification and post qualification courses which ICAI offers, so that you can get specialization in respective fields. So for instance, if you want to pursue your IT consulting, forensic audit, and so on, you can pursue these specific postgraduate diploma courses which are offered by ICAI to get expertise in particular fields. Next slide, please. Okay, so this talks about who have been the pioneers of chartered accountants in their respective fields. So CA Piyush Goyal, right? We all know him. We've all heard of him. CA Suresh Prabhu, who's also a Union Cabinet Minister of the Indian government. CA Kumar Mangalam Birla, who is an Indian billionaire industrialist and the chairman of the Aditya Birla Group. Next slide. Now, for those of you who follow the news and who have been seeing the Vodafone case and so on, CA Harish Salve, he is also a CA. He is a former Solicitor General of India, senior advocate of Supreme Court, one of the most successful lawyers, not just in India but all over the world. He was also a CA. CA Sudha Balakrishnan, she was the first ever CFO who was chosen by the RBI, and she's the 12th executive director serving on the board of the Reserve Bank of India. CA Naina Lal Kidwai, she is a former group general manager and currently the country head of HSBC India, which is one of the leading banks all over the world. She started off her career as a CA, and she was also awarded Distinguished Padma Shri Award for her contributions in trade and industry. So as you can see that these are various leaders of the industry and in the business world in areas, right, like banking, finance, law, government services, business, and they all started off as a chartered accountant at some point or the other in their career. So definitely, if you look up to one of these visionaries, I really urge that you either go on LinkedIn or you go on Google and you see their career paths. Like what were the steps that they took to reach at this scale. Next slide, please. So like Manish Garia sir was mentioning, that Gujarat is known for traders, and if you talk about trading, you have to talk about CA Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, right? Because he is known as the Warren Buffett of India. Also, CA Rameshwar Thakur, who served as the president of ICAI, he was a governor of Madhya Pradesh, Orissa, and a bunch of other states, and he was also the previous Indian Union Minister. Next slide, please. So these are some quotes from distinguished leaders. So this first quote is about the first quote is about Dr. Rajendra Prasad, who was the president of India. He said that the fast increasing tempo of the industrial and economic development of the country makes it imperative that every CA should realize that he belongs to a profession which provides the first line of defense to the unwary public against money grabbers and opportunists. Your responsibility in this matter becomes all the greater because of the autonomy which your profession enjoys. So because CA is an independent body, is regulated by an independent body which is developed by an act of the Indian Parliament, the CA Act, it becomes all the more responsible. It becomes all the more important for us to be responsible. Also, there was something wonderful which Dr. S. Radhakrishnan has said about the CA course. He said that you will help us in maintaining high standards of public behavior by a frank and candid accounting and auditing. It is therefore essential that you maintain high standards. Whatever profession you might follow, you should not forget that everyone is an artist in his own line, whether it is an accounting or auditing, writing, or doing the job of a sculptor or a painter. So it is up to you how you can how you can really turn something which is accounting and auditing into an art, right? And there are chartered accountants who are capable of doing that, who really present financial statements that become global standards. Their annual reports that they present are actually nothing short of works of art. Next slide, please. So, Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri said that I cannot conceive what would happen if there were no accountants and no auditors. Not only the mute shareholders in a private company, but industries and economy of the country as a whole would suffer without your help and advocate guidance. So, without the support of chartered accountants, there would be the commerce world and the industry world would be paralyzed, because there would be nobody who will be accountable for your for for whatever financial reporting is going on in India. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the President of India, said that I suggest that all the CAs should take the following oath. I will not only bring out the problems of financial management for protecting the interests of the stakeholders of the enterprises, but also suggest possible solutions with ethics as a way of life. Next slide, please. Can we have the next slide, please? Okay, so again, once again, quoting Sri Narendra Modi, he said that yours is a profession in the society that has the capacity to save this entire economy and to keep it growing. A chartered accountant's role should be such that he knows that he is not working just to add and subtract numbers between 0 to 9, but he should feel that he is playing an important role in building the economic structure of this nation. And truly, as CAs, you have the capacity to save the economy by being ethical and by actually presenting the right pictures of the finances of the companies, because we have all seen that the banking crisis, and there's so many companies that are failing because of poor governance and because of poor you know uh, poor reporting of the financial statements. As CAs, it is your job to make sure that you are reporting the facts and the figures and you are being ethical in whatever you are doing. Mr. Ratan Tata, chairman of the Tata Group, said that it is very popularly quoted. He said that I need MBAs to run my business, but I need CAs to teach the MBAs how to run the business. And this is one quote that has really stayed with me also over the years, because MBA will teach you how you can run your business, but CA will actually give you the knowledge that that actually comes handy in running the business. So also this is a point for us to learn that as CAs, our course uh, is structured a lot on technical learning, but it's very important that you keep focusing on learning of your communication skills and your soft skills. Next slide, please. So these are some wonderful motivational stories of CAs. So the first one is about CA Prema Jaykumar. She is the daughter of an auto rickshaw driver, and she secured the first rank on an all India level in November 2012 exams. So let's read about her story. Miss Prema was from a normal middle class family of 4 members, her parents and her younger brother. Her father is from Tamil Nadu and he is an auto driver for 20 years. Her mother used to work for a private company. She later stopped working when Prema grew up and started earning during her articleship. They live in a small house in Malad in Mumbai. And this this girl, in spite of all the odds and the economic hardships that she had in life, managed to secure All India first rank in the CA final exams in November 2012. Right? There's another very inspirational story of a blind lady who became a CA. CA Rajni Gopal became India's first blind lady chartered accountant. She was the first visually challenged woman to pass CA exams in the year 2002. So if such inspiring people, in spite of their hardships in life, can get these degrees and not just pass, ace the exams. I'm sure that a lot of us who are very fortunate can achieve this degree and can do wonders with it just by a little bit of hard work and dedication. Next slide, please. So that is it from my side. Thank you so much to all of y'all on behalf of the Career Counseling Directorate of the ICAI. Thank you, Pandya sir, for conducting this wonderful webinar. And thank you, Manish Karia sir, for gracing us with your presence. Over to you, Pandya sir, for any concluding remarks or any questions from the audience. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to write them in the chat box, and I'll be happy to address any questions that you all have, either about the CA course or about any other avenues in commerce that you would like to talk about. Okay, so I don't think anyone has any questions. So over to you, Dr. Manish Pandya, sir, to conclude the session, please. I don't know.
Hello?
Yeah,
Student?
are you there? Yes,
बोल
yes.
रहे हैं मैम शायद पांडे सर नहीं आएंगे शायद जगह पे या उनको कॉल करता हूँ 2 मिनट कॉल करता हूँ उनको
ठीक है, sure, sure. So I really hope, students, that you all learned a thing or two from this webinar. And it's very important that you all at such a young age, I remember that we used to actually go and seek counseling from others to tell us that these are the various career options and this is what the path entails. So I feel that if you all are getting this opportunity through your college, please please definitely take advantage of that, and keep enhancing your learning. And just whatever we have discussed today, do your research, and you all can definitely connect with me otherwise also if you all have any doubts regarding the CA course, or if you all just need to discuss your career paths, please feel free to do that. Hello, sir. We are done with our session, so we thought that you will just
माइक म्यूट
if
है
you can
मनीष सर आपका माइक म्यूट है सर माइक म्यूट है मनीष सर
I think
yeah,
I am now
mic
audible.
mute.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. Your session itself is self-explanatory, and I'm very thankful to ICI, the institute, and all the members of them, because it's like having Ganga at our home for the students of CA to bath from home. So naturally, it's very interesting, and you have explained everything.
And I'm very thankful to all, particularly you, that you have explained everything, and our students are, I'm sure, delighted with whatever you have explained, and many of them will definitely select for this profession, and they may keep this on for your lecture. So thank you for everything, and thank you very much for this, and I hope this will continue forever. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. We will be more than happy to keep conducting these sessions with your college. And please feel free to connect with us, either me or with anyone else from ICI if the students have any doubts.
Yeah, definitely, madam.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. So we'll be logging off now. Thank you so
Okay,
much,
okay.
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining.